That's it. Just a stupid mistake. Well, hey there, folks. This is Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees, but I do not do cameras. Welcome back to another day in my 2020 beekeeping season, where I take you all the way from winter through to the next fall and show you how I do things in my little operation here in Southeast Louisiana. And remember, this is not a how-to video. But if you happen to pick up any tips and tricks, that's wonderful. And if you have any tips and tricks for me, pass them on in the comments. Let me get on with it. Here is what I mean when I say I do bees, but I don't do cameras. The other day, about 3 or 4 days ago, I went and did follow-ups on my vertical splits that I showed you in the video. And I also did a second snippet of videos to show you follow-ups on the unmated queen that we found, and a box that was full to the brim with bees, and we had put a deep on it. So I did all these follow-ups. I was going to split it into 2 videos, and I did. I got great footage on the vertical splits, and I'm going to update you on what happened with those. And I got great footage of the other 2 hives that I inspected in the separate video. And man, it was a great day to go through those and see the successful stuff that happened and the things that were going on in them and all that. But I had to go into town and go grab something up. And this is my GoPro Hero 3. This is it. Yeah. That's it. All that good video I had. Man, it was a great day of videoing. Yeah, that's it. I think I did locate the SIM, the SD card rather. But I don't see it. I think it's still in this bag. Yeah. That's what I could find in the old GoPro 3. I didn't have a great camera. I didn't want to order a new one. Let me turn this heater off. So yeah, that's my Hero 3, and I was going to upgrade eventually, do the whole trade-in thing and maybe get an 8. That's my battery backpack. What's left of it. There's the lens ring. So what happened was I decided to zip into town real quick. I came back into this place, had to grab something out of here, and had to put some bird feed in here that I bought, and laid my GoPro on the bumper of the truck. Went on down the driveway, down the gravel road. Couldn't fall off there. No. Fell off when I got out on the highway. I didn't know it was back there, didn't even think about it, didn't see it go down. Tripod and all. Got on down, went into town, got what I needed to do, come back, turned into the gravel road, and I saw pieces. Oh, I had some good video. I had nice pictures of queen cells and everything. Great progress. So, I was pretty distraught about that camera being upset. With the amount of stuff and the tripod and everything I had in it, $200 was laying on the highway. And the video, I think I was really upset about the video I lost, because I had some great videos for you guys. So this will be a short, quick update, and I'll tell you what happened, then I'll sign off and we'll be making more, and I'll tell you what's coming up in the next few videos. But the vertical splits, I did them. I did them 4 days before 30-degree weather, and they did wonderful. Yeah, let's give them this. There we go. Right. Let's do this over again. This thing probably weighs 40-50 pounds. That hive is split. They ate the newspaper out. The heat was shared. There was no chilled brood. There were queen cells in the bottom of all 3 hives, which means the 2 hives where I did not identify where the queens were, they were up top anyway. These are figuring out their new entrance. Now what we're going to have is we're going to have a bottom box slap full of bees because that's where they're oriented to. That's where they're all going to come back. But we have plenty of brood that's going to come out, and we've got a queen that's going to replace brood in the top. We got to make sure there's enough brood in the bottom to make queens from. And the queen cells, the emergency cells in 2 of the hives were beautiful. I had to prune two of them that were really itty bitty little cells. I didn't want those queens to emerge. So I left it, there was probably 4 to 6 cells on each frame. One of them had 2 frames with about 2 or 3 cells on each. Normally in the spring, if I had a lot of warm weather and it was spring and the flow was right around the corner, I would have taken that out and made a nucleus colony with that. And but I didn't, because I'm not going to push it and mess up a good thing by putting them in there, wasting those cells and wasting resources just to have them chill out, because we do have some more cool weather coming. But anyway, the 3rd hive, it had swarm cells, so it obviously had swarm cups in it when I split it, and that just goes to show I didn't do it too early. Plenty of drones in all of them, except for the swarms, the one with swarm cells, which you would think they would have already had them. But so yeah, they had drones all in the frames. That one had swarm cells in it, so I left those alone, and we simulated a swarm by splitting them anyway. Each of the hives, I went ahead and shook more nurse bees into the top box just to make sure we had good numbers in each one, and they did great. They did absolutely wonderful. So, a lot of people said, "Oh, you're splitting too early. No, there's not enough drones." Da 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 da. We're gonna see. There were drones all in them, and the splits went wonderfully. So I leave them. I usually check them at 7 days. I check my cells, make sure I have them. Which I do. So now we have 2 hives. Got to watch the food down in this one. Got to queen up in this one. And then of course the other 2, I don't know where the queen is. So I'll have to go in 7 days in all of them anyway, check to see if I got queen cells. And if I have queen cells on top, I'm just going to reverse the boxes. If I don't have queen cells in either, then it means I didn't have enough eggs in the one without the queen. So that's how I do my splits. Which I do, so all cells are, all hives are making queens, and then I'll check them in at around the day 21 mark, and that's when I'll take that top box that has the queen, and I'll move it to a new location. And by that time I should have a virgin queen in the bottom hives, if not a mated queen, but that's pushing it. Usually around 20 to 25 days is when they're going to get mated. So I'll go through them anyway, but then at the 1 month mark I'll go back in them and make sure I have laying queens in all three of them. Now, the one box that has swarm cells, if they were to swarm, for some reason, they don't have enough bees and they would make a new queen and they take a virgin, and that can happen. If they do that, that's no problem. Still got a queen in the top at that 3-week mark. If things don't look right, I don't have a virgin queen. At 4 weeks, if things are still not doing well, I'll pull the board and recombine them. Vertical splits are very easy. Really, really beneficial. So, vertical split follow-ups were great. I wish I would have had that video. And look, I searched high and low out on the highway, on the ditch, in the grass, everywhere for that SD card. And I found a little something that looked like it might have been, but it was so destroyed I couldn't tell you. But I looked for that SD card, because if I could have saved that, I at least could have saved the video. So then the other video I did was the virgin queen we found in the nucleus colony. If you go back, and I'll put the link up there, I'll put it right up there for you. That one, she was a virgin. We saw a supersedure cell about 3 weeks ago. We went in the next week, no joy. Went in the next week, no joy. Still a little fat, squat, short queen. 3rd week went in, and she was visibly longer. She had grown. She had begun to swell, meaning she had eggs. Right then I knew she probably had been mated. And I looked in there, and there were eggs. It's so cool to see that. The queen grew and waited, and when the weather was right, was mated. She found drones. Everybody said there were no drones. She found drones. And she's laying, and I looked at the eggs, and they were side by side, filled up. And that's good for a brand spanking new queen, because a lot of times they stumble when they start. Man, let me show you what we got. We got no food. See how calm they are. They're acting as if though everything's fine, so they're happy with her. There she is right there. She's still short and squat. So I think we're still in the same predicament we were. And I probably couldn't hold her in a queen cage. She can get right out. She's the size of a worker. She's the size of a worker. But she's on this frame, so let's just take a look. Who knows? They normally are all over this pen light. I doubt she's not laying anything yet. So there's the option too. We'll let her go, and if she doesn't begin to lay any eggs, we'll see if this other hive makes some queen cells next week. I'll replace her. We'll give her another week or two. There she goes. She's just a little itty bitty thing. Yeah, she's. Man, God's creation is amazing, amazing. It was so cool to see that. It's always so cool to see that. Bees are so amazing. God's creation is so amazing, and how they do things. And when they superseded her in the wintertime. They knew what they were doing. They knew they had the bees to take care of what needed to be taken care of as far as brood and eggs and queen cells and drones being present. They knew. They don't really, they don't need us. We manipulate them so it will benefit us. And they do benefit us. And it's an awesome thing to be the steward of such an awesome creation. And I don't care if that's a commercial beekeeper, a sideliner, a hobbyist. Sometimes hobbyists want to bash the big guys, and the big guys laugh at the little guys. But, everybody has their own level of stewardship, and what they do with the bees, and how they benefit humans, and how they benefit each other, and how they benefit creation. So, man, it's just awesome to be part of a community that can be a steward of such an awesome, awesome creation. So then I went into the 10 frame deep, and we go back. It's in the same video as the nuke, and we had added a second deep to be sure they had enough room, because they had about 7 full frames of bees. Look at the bees. That's a good sign. Still got a good box. So what we're doing with this one, you and I, that is, what I'm doing is this box, chock block full when I looked at it, with brood and bees and everything else. And I'm going to give them some space, because she's already making drone brood. Ooh, look at the beetles. So there you go. Look at that thing. I'm not going to go through it, but I mean, it's got plenty of weight. Give them some room, and it's early to give them room there. So let me show you what I got in here. I got foundation, okay? Sorry for the shaky video. I'm trying to do this one-handed now. Because I don't have a hive next to this one. I've got a drawn, I got a foundation, then I've got drawn with a little bit of honey. They're already getting on it. And some old brood that was frozen. They'll pull that out and clean it up. Another drawn one. Here's a nice clean drawn one. Look, they're all over it already. This one's not so nice, but I'll do it that way. And I gave them some more foundation. The problem with foundation, if this was spring, none of this would be a problem. The problem with foundation now is there's not a heavy nectar flow that probably won't draw it out. And so there was no flow, but I didn't have a whole bunch of drawn comb that I really wanted to put in there, because I need to spread it across a lot of hives in a few weeks. So I put in like 4 or 5 drawn frames, and about the rest, I guess, was 5 foundations. And I stuck a foundation or 2 in between drawn. And with this minimal nectar flow, these bees had started drawing the foundation. That's incredible. This was the middle of February, and they're drawing foundation out. The drawn comb, they were covering it. They were already cleaning it up and polishing the cells. It was already all cleaned up and smooth. And man, I'm so sick and frustrated about that dumb mistake I made with that camera, and was not able to get that video out to you guys. It was awesome, but we will get more. But it was great. So it was a great success that day. but ended in calamity for the camera. There you go. That's it. Anyway, so what's coming up next? Well, we've got a couple 30-degree days coming again. Friday is not going to get out of the mid-50s. Today it was in the mid-70s. I mean, it's up and down around here. And if it's not cold, it's raining. If it's not raining, it's cold. If it's neither warm, hot, it's raining and cold. It's a bit of a mess. So I think Friday I'll be able to kind of toy around with a few things, but Saturday I plan on breaking out the video camera. If it's warm, depending on the following weather, I might do another split and I'll go through that again and we'll follow up on that one with the queen cells. But I have more splits to do. We have another deep to add. I want to check back on that queen and see if she's grown even longer now in that nucleus colony. And then I got to do a few inspections on a couple other hives. And by the way, the feeding video I did, I went back through and they took all that sugar water and they stored a lot of it. So that in between the one that I mixed, they stored it and they've got food. They actually grew a little bit, and they also obviously consumed it. So everything is pumping up, man. We're getting going. It's getting busy. The weather is the only thing slowing me down right now. I've got bees that I know are getting ready to be ready to make queen cells and swarm cells or what have you, and they're going to be ready to roll. So we got to get on top of them. We got to be busy and proactive, but the weather is just killing me. It's holding me up. But you know, the Lord knows what He's doing. The weather will pass, and when it passes, we're going to jump on it, and we're going to get this thing done. But going to be some more videos coming up. I hate that this is just a boring video of me talking, but I wanted to let you know what happened, and you know, don't think I didn't break out the camera for the follow-ups on the splits, and I did, but that's it. Just a stupid mistake. Stupid mistake. So anyway, I know it was boring. I'm going to end it right here because I can only talk so long and people finally are done. Heck, you can even do activities and people don't even watch no videos. I'm guilty of that on some of my subscriptions I do outside of beekeeping. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the update. I look forward to bringing you more beekeeping videos here now that I got this camera up and rolling. And you know, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and it'll let you know every time we upload a video. Be sure to share it with your friends and family. And I surely do appreciate you watching. I'm gaining new subscribers each day. I don't have a bunch, but it's neat to see a few subscribers here and there. And the goal is just to, again, log my season for everybody and show you what I go through in a season. So anyway, I'm glad you're following. Those are, and if you're not following, I hope you will. Subscribe to the channel. And I appreciate everybody watching. But look, y'all have a great evening. God bless y'all. This is Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees. And remember, I'm not good with cameras. Y'all have a good one.